The Sony Xperia 5 Plus is coming with some much wanted features, and I'll be sharing all the details right after this. If you're new here and want to stay up to date with the latest tech, please hit subscribe followed by the bell. So Sony Xperia is a name we haven't heard for a while, and personally phones that I've tended to stay away from. The company is however attempting to come back with their latest Sony Xperia 5 Plus, and they're including design and features that many people want. We've had full 360 renders from well-known leaker OnLeaks, and given that Sony normally launch their flagships at Mobile World Congress, we can expect to see the device next month in Barcelona. Lately, I've had non-stop complaints in my comment section regarding the removal of the 3.5mm headphone jack, as well as the new rectangular camera housings we're seeing on most of the new devices. As you can see in these renders, in the Sony Xperia 5 Plus, we get more of a traditional looking device, and we keep the headphone jack for the audio files. When it comes to the Sony Xperia 5 Plus, we get a 6.6-inch OLED display with a tall aspect ratio of 21:9. The display comes with a resolution of 2520 by 1080, giving us 415 pixels per inch, and this of course is protected by Gorilla Glass 6. We can see super slim bezels down the sides, although the forehead and chin are more noticeable. They're still symmetrical though, so something that may please many. We also have front-firing stereo speakers and an 8-megapixel selfie camera inside the bezels on the Xperia 5 Plus, and we don't have an in-display fingerprint scanner on the Xperia 5 Plus, but it instead has a side-mounted scanner on the device. If we look at the rear, we can see a vertical camera alignment in the top left of the Xperia 5 Plus. With so many complaining about the rectangular modules in the most recent phones, then hopefully this will be more to your tastes. The Sony Xperia 5 Plus comes with a quad camera setup consisting of a 12-megapixel wide-angle lens with an aperture of f1.6. We get a 12-megapixel telephoto with 2x optical zoom and an aperture of f2.4. We get a 12-megapixel ultra-wide with an aperture of f2.4, and finally a 3D time-of-flight depth sensor. The Sony Xperia 5 Plus is going to be capable of 4K at 30 frames a second and 1080p at 60. We get an LED flash, HDR support, and of course optical and electronic image stabilization. Many people are speculating that the Sony Xperia 5 Plus is going to be powered by the latest Snapdragon 865 system on chip, but personally I feel this is incorrect. With the launch expected to be at Mobile World Congress next month, I think the 855 Plus is much more likely. The Xperia 5 Plus does however come with 6GB of RAM and 128GB internal storage, and it also offers microSD support up to 1TB. The phone is powered by USB Type-C and contains a 4000 mAh battery with support for 18-watt fast charging. The body's made from aluminium, and it measures in at 168.2 by 71.6 by 8.1mm, and it's going to come in a choice of blue, red, black or grey. The Sony Xperia 5 Plus will of course ship with Android 10, and Phone Arena are predicting a launch price of $949. Personally, this does seem a little bit high for me considering its specs and competition, but it won't be long until we get the full confirmation. Now this phone may excite many, given it's addressing all the complaints we're seeing on the latest flagships and keeping things much more traditional. Personally however, I feel it does lack innovation, and it provides us with something that we've seen more than enough of in 2018 and 2019. Of course, as always though, I'd like to know your guys' thoughts down in the comments. Who out there is waiting for the Sony Xperia 5 Plus, and what do you think the launch price will actually be? But thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, smash a thumbs up. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down twice, and I'll see you guys in the next one.